Hi, beautiful friends. Laurel here. And I want to have a conversation with you about connecting with the angels. I'm doing this in service to my class Angel Messenger training, but really, this conversation is about anything related to your desire to connect with the angels. So, regarding Angel Messenger training, I actually have not taught this class in 3 years. I didn't know it would have been that long. And maybe when you watch this, it'll be years later and the 3 year mark won't be relevant. But for right now, it's relevant. And it's interesting to me how, when time elapses, the place where I'm guided to drop in to have a conversation about a class, a philosophy, it can shift as I evolve, as things evolve, as certain points on the horizon become more essential. And what I'm finding this time as I'm talking about angel messenger training is serving as a vessel for divine love. It can sound so trite, but it is truly one of the most meaningful experiences of my life to connect and serve as a vessel, as an instrument for this love to flow through, because when it flows through not only for you and for those that I'm working with, it flows through for me as well. I just made an image the other day in Mid-Journey I want to share with you. And this is not the best way for me to share it, so just bear with me, if you will. But I want to share this image with you. So this right here, this is us. And often for me, as I'm walking through the world, as I'm going to Costco on a Sunday or driving in traffic, I am definitely in my earthly mode. But notice this beautiful heart. This represents divine love, the enormity of it, the immensity of it. And when I go into practitioner mode, when I shift to connect with the angels, this starts flowing through this instrument. It's not that I come up here and reach out and try to grab it and bring it to you. It's that this starts flowing through this instrument. And that is what is so remarkable about serving as an angelic practitioner. It's not that we're going out into the ethers and trying to grab onto this angelic energy and bring it in. It's that we are inviting this energy to come into union with us. And when it does, it influences everything so beautifully. There's a part of, I do an opening prayer before every session and every class, and it changes over time. And there's um, there's a phrase that I used to use all the time. I don't use this frequently now because I think it's inferred, but certainly if you take angel messenger class or channeling class with me, we will incorporate this. And it's this: it says, angels, guides, ascended masters, teachers of light, I ask that you join us here, and I ask that you speak loudly, clearly through me, as me, and with me. So again, it's not that I'm trying to look into a crystal ball. It's that this knowingness, this divine wisdom, divine guidance, divine love comes into union with my instrument. So in my class, Angel Messenger training, yes, I will teach you about using your intuitive gifts. I will teach you how to do readings with an oracle deck. I will teach you many of the amazing, wonderful, super cool ways to connect with the angels. But most of all, at least this time around, the message and the invitation I want to share with you is your capacity to serve as a beautiful vessel for divine love and divine wisdom to come flowing through you, as you, and with you. So, what does that look like or feel like? Well, in my day-to-day life, I don't live in that place. I would be kidding you and kidding myself if I said that I would. And it's not that there aren't people who are able to access that and be in that presence more often than not. I think about someone like Amma. Yes. Well, okay, that's not me for sure. I have no expectation that it should be. But the fact that this presence, that is a part of the breath of me, that is a part of the breath of you, that it is available to us, that it is integrated already into our operating system, that it's a part of our presence, it's a part of um, our creation. We have the ability to bring it in and allow that field of love to be amplified through us. So, how does that work in sessions? Well, I always do a prayer before everything. So, one of the parts of it is this is the example I use. If you and I were going out for lunch, which I'd love to go out to lunch with you, let's go out to lunch someday. So, if we were out to lunch, we would be telling each other our stories about our life, what was going on, our challenges, how your food is, like all that kind of stuff. And so when you're sharing, I would be listening and I would also be listening to my inner conversation. So if you were talking about how you went to the farmer's market, it was wonderful, I might be thinking about when I went to the farmer's market, and we might share our farmer's market stories, just ordinary stuff. So I'm not necessarily focused on holding sacred space for you. I'm in a social interaction. So I'm present. I'm present. I'm listening to my inner voice. I'm listening to a response I might have. It's not that I'm not listening to you or engaged with you, but there is a back and forth. There's a conversation happening that Earth Girl Laurel is a part of. When I go into session, this is what shifts. When I say my opening prayer, I can almost see it in my mind's eye. My Earth Girl sits over here. She's here. I don't send her away. She's just sitting over here. So I'm not thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner. If you're talking about a story about your dog, I'm not thinking about my dog, and I know I want to share with you my dog story. I come into a place of amplified focus with this love flowing through for you because I get to see you through the eyes of divine love. I see you in your wholeness. I see you in your beauty. I see you in the exquisite expression of light that is you. And it allows me to serve as an amplifier of this energy field. So hopefully by the end of the session, you see it and feel and know this too. So I don't know how well this is going to work, but I sometimes demo this in some of my classes. So let's see if I can do this for you right now. Um, so right now I'm just talking to you, yes. Earth Girls here, practitioners here a little bit, but but I'm going to make a shift, and I'm going to do my best to demo for you what this shift can look and feel like. So this might come off a little silly, but maybe it won't. So hold on just a second. I'm going to ask the angels to come in. Hi, sweet ones. So I just went and asked the angels to flow through so that I could share with you this beautiful love that is here for you. That in this moment, the angels want you to know how precious you are. To just take a breath on that. I don't know that we get told how precious we are often enough. Because so often our consciousness is focused on to-do lists and accomplishments and just keeping up with day-to-day life. But there is something wonderful about being reminded of our innate preciousness, of your innate preciousness. And so it is truly my blessing to share this transmission from the angels with you. And it is a transmission. It is a transmission that is coming from the heart of divine love and divine guidance. Your angels and my angels are amplifying this field so you can receive this. And you have this ability too. And it's not that you're also not going to bring forward other kinds of messages, words of encouragement, inspiration, and light. But these gifts are amplified when we shift consciousness and allow for this light and love to come streaming through us. So just take a breath in with me and receive this broadcast. So this is what I want to share with you today about divine love. That each of us has a capacity to serve as a vessel, as an amplifier of this frequency, of this presence, of this light. I promise you, this is a part of your instrument. It's just that we don't always know how to activate it or come into it or allow it to nurture us with, and then nurture others without depleting our own battery system. So in this moment, I'm connected. I'm connected. And the blessing of this connection is I get to share it with you. One of the ways I talk about this is it's not that you don't have the capacity to connect with the angels on your own. You absolutely do. And I will teach you to do this. It is also that when one of us in physical world reality, because we're in 3D world right now, when we allow ourselves to serve as an amplifier of sorts for this light and love, it becomes easier for others to access and receive it as well. Isn't that wonderful news? So, thank you for letting me share this with you today. I hope it inspires your heart. I hope it helps you remember who you are as a light bearer, a light worker, a healer, an inspirer, a way shower, an artist, a messenger, however you describe your beautiful gifts. And I'm here to support and love you in this journey. And it is my blessing to cheer you on. Thank you, beloved friends. I'll see you soon.